Hey guys, Keith from Glenelg Blinds here. We've made this short video to answer some frequently asked questions about roller blinds. We're going to go through the features and benefits, the installation methods, but also a little bit of extra information so we can explain to you how we can best apply them to your property. Let's check it out. Roller blinds have been around for decades. We've seen many different variations. First of all is the Holland blind, which had a spring mechanism. Modern roller blinds use a chain drive system, which is fixed to the end of the blind, and we pull on a beaded chain to bring them up and down. With the blind in the up position, we can gently pull on the chain and the blind will stop exactly where it is left. Frequently asked question number 1. What is the difference between a standard roller blind and dual roller blinds? Quite simply, a standard roller blind is one blind hung on one set of brackets. A dual roller blind utilizes a dual roller bracket. This means we're able to put two blinds on the one bracket and your choice of fabric. You can use either sunscreen and blockout material. You could even use translucent and then blockout material. The choice is yours and the options are endless. Taking a closer look at dual rollers, you can see the sunscreen fabric is sitting to the back and is giving us all the privacy that we need. The blockout can be pulled down to make the room dark, or lift up and left in the top position here, working like a pelmet. Frequently asked question number 2, how dark will a blockout roller blind make my room? Well look, blockout fabric will block 100% of the light, but at the end of the day, a standard roller blind does have a gap around the top and the sides of the blind. This will allow a small amount of light to come through, but it really comes down to installation and how well that blind is applied to the window as to how dark the room will be. We can expect a gap of between 17 to 12 millimeters down the sides of the blind. The 17 millimeters is ultimately to allow the chain to work, just like this. The blind comes all the way down. Now, the difference that you can see here is I've installed this blind as far back into the window as possible. So yes, we do have a small amount of light. You're going to see it a lot more in this video, but it does get quite dark in the room. Frequently asked question number 3, what is sunscreen fabric? Sunscreen fabric is a mesh material that's going to filter the light from outside, give you privacy throughout the day, but also maintain your view. They're perfect for living areas and really good for bedrooms. We showed you what they look like from the inside and the circumstances have not changed. As you can see, looking from the outside, you cannot see in at all. Frequently asked question number 4, what colour should I choose? Look, ultimately it's personal preference, but there's one thing that's going to make a huge difference. When you're picking your sunscreen fabric, the darker colours are going to make the room darker. The brighter colours are going to make the room brighter. But the problem is, when you have the lighter colours, they're harder to see through. This is because it causes glare on the fabric. The black, or say a charcoal fabric, is going to make the room darker, but you're going to be able to see through that almost as clear as day. For this job, the customers chose to use silver grey. Silver grey is a good option because it's still a bit of a darker tone, but it allows us to see through the fabric while still giving plenty of light. It's called silver grey because it's actually got a silver weave going one way and the grey weave going the other way. I think this is a really good option. Now, touching on colour selection just a little bit more, there's one thing you want to think about: contrast and accent. In this situation, we've contrasted the blinds with the walls, so they're a similar colour. They don't have to be the same shade. Darker, lighter, doesn't matter as long as we have a similar tone. Now, the accent is coming from the floor. This is a really good colour choice.